Hey folks, super excited about this one. We decided to get involved in the Chill Harder contest that Coors is putting on. Check this out, see what we came up with.
Alright guys, so Coors Light came up with this thing where they want people to make this Chill Harder logo and put their own spin on it. Well, this is our spin.
So we had a blast making this. We're absolutely thrilled with the way it came out. This is a redwood slab. There was a lot that was involved in getting this thing done, but it was super. I don't think we could be happier with the way it came out. So there's a lot of power carving, routing, epoxy, obviously. So let's get into the process. So I used our most popular bit, which is the profile bit, to do all of these outset carvings. I went at several different levels. I started at about 1/8 of an inch, almost 3/16 of an inch. After I got that all done, I went back and went deeper with the profile bit to give me a little bit more room. After I got all the profile work done, I went back with an 1/8 inch spiral. Now the reason I use the 1/8 inch spiral is there's some pretty tight areas and I wanted a little bit more room so that when I went back with a larger spiral, I didn't have to get near as close to all of my outset pieces. So once I was done with this 1/8 inch spiral bit, now I go back with a 1/4 inch spiral bit. So I needed to give myself room to get around all of the outset pieces with a 1/4 inch spiral, and then I went ahead and flattened out all of the area inside of the mountain shape. So to remove all the extra wood we want taken out around the logo,
we use the angle grinder and the extreme coarse disc. You got to be real careful when you're doing this because you don't want to hit your actual carving edges, which is a big reason for the 1/4 inch spiral upcut to make sure we have enough room.
Hey guys, all right, we're back, and I am super excited because we'll get to put the color on this thing, or part of it. So yesterday off camera, we went ahead and did a seal coat on this because we want to try and eliminate bubbles where we can. So we sealed the back side, we sealed the front side, we've got it all taped up. We want blue inside of the triangle. This is all going to be a blue background, and then we want blue in all of our cracks. And we're going to mix up some epoxy and get to pouring. So now we get to add some color. This is the part that was one of my favorite parts of this sign, is we mixed up some epoxy and we added some blue color to it. And this has got a really cool swirl color to it, and it's iridescent kind of metal flake. Really looks cool. All right guys, it is the next morning. It is like about 35 degrees out here this morning, so that's the reason I'm bundled up. But we got to get this thing sanded off, and then we're going to take it back inside where it's warm and get it painted. So we're just going to use the 60 grit on the disc sander, and then we'll probably smooth it out with a 120. And all we're going to do right now is just sand off this extra resin that's on the surface. So here we go. So other than inside of the mountain shape, we actually even filled all of our cracks with the blue as well, just to give it some more highlights around the edge. And now we're sanding that off. We're using the disc sander with the 60 grit disc and sanding all that stuff down. All right, so we are going to pour the epoxy, the flood coat, the final flood coat. Now here's what we did. We actually did the red and the white painting we did with water-based acrylic, which normally we use the one-shot. But the one-shot red really didn't look as red as we wanted, and the acrylic did look red, the red we wanted. However, water-based acrylic, we got brush strokes in there. We got 2 or 3 coats on here. We're not super happy with the color, but we think that the epoxy going over the top may blend everything in and look good. Worst case scenario, if that doesn't, then we'll paint on top of the actual resin epoxy finish. So let's get this thing poured. So now we do the final step, which is the flood pour. Now, one thing that we really tried hard to do is inside of the mountain shape, we didn't want it to be level with the top. We wanted to show that it was actually had a three-dimensional look. So we were very careful not to overfill inside of the triangle shape, and then outside of that, we just literally just flood poured the whole thing. I think we used about 32 ounces of resin. So there it is, guys. We had so much fun making this thing. We had a vision. Actually, I think Ryan and I's vision was pretty much identical.
Pretty close.
What we were hoping that it would come out like, and it kind of exceeded that. We're just super happy with it. That blue is exactly the blue that we had in mind. Yeah. We both had exactly the same color in mind. I think it's pretty unique. I don't think there's a lot of stuff out there like this. So thank you to Coors for putting this contest out there. Hopefully this will get some traction.
Hopefully. And it didn't come out 100% perfect, but nothing ever does. Everything we did is hand done. So, well, yep. You guys saw that. So thanks again for watching, guys. I will put a link in the description for all the different materials we use for this, except for the wood. And we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks, guys. We love you. See you later. Bye.
Bye.